Every day on this channel, I go through everything Elon said on X in the last 24 hours. And yesterday was Independence Day, and Elon put out a poll asking if you want independence from the two-party system. 65% said yes, and 34% said no. And so Elon says, by a factor of 2 to 1, you want a new political party and you shall have it. When it comes to bankrupting our country with waste and graft, we live in a one-party system, not a democracy. Today, the America Party is formed to give you back your freedom. Here we go. Elon says, the replies to this announcement are comedy gold. This one is my favorite. First time? And Omar says, listen, Elon, just because you caught a rocket with chopsticks doesn't mean you'll be any good at politics. Politics is something that only our greatest minds can comprehend. And Elon has a laugh at that one. And Elon really said, I'm stepping down from politics to focus more on Tesla. And 1 month later, starts a new political party. And the planet of memes says to end the Uniparty, showcasing a two-headed snake. And Elon says yes. And Elon has a laugh at Cat Turd, who back in 2021 was done with the Republican Party and calling for a third party. Now, Elon didn't post that much today, so what I'm going to do is blast through the remaining stuff he said, and then we're going to circle back to this. Elon reposted Robert Scoble, who said that Grok writes way better notes from my interviews than ChatGPT does. He said he copied the transcript into ChatGPT, and Grok did way better. And Nikita is the new head of product at X, and he says, sometimes I step into a meeting with AI researchers and they'll be casually demoing technology that will put us in the literal matrix when it launches, and then they'll be like, what's for lunch? And Dan asks Grok to convince Elon that he's being a retard for trying to start the America Party, and Elon has a laugh at that one. And a happy 4th of July from the city of Starbase. And Ross works at XAI, and he says that our universe is pretty rare in configuration space. If strong nuclear force were 1% weaker, stars would not make much carbon. Preventing carbon-based life and less heavy element production would delay planet formation and take longer for evolution to occur before stars die. If they were 1% stronger, stars wouldn't make much oxygen, preventing water and Earth-based life. And stars would also burn faster, which would shorten the time for complex life to emerge. And Elon asks Grok, are we alone in our galaxy? And Grok says, based on 2025 data, we have the strongest evidence yet of potential microbial life on exoplanet K2-18b. But it's unconfirmed and not intelligent. There's no definitive proof of other life in the Milky Way, and the Fermi paradox suggests that if it exists, it's rare or hidden. And there's a video of the fireworks going off at Starbase City. And again today, Steve Bannon trying to get Elon deported. Elon says prison for Bannon. And also again today, as we went over yesterday, this AI TV series being created by this guy. Elon says it looks cool. Now, California should be the most agriculturally productive place on Earth. We can make energy abundant and desalinate the ocean. Desalination technologies advanced considerably, as has solar and nuclear. And the brine can be a feedstock for lithium, magnesium, and other critical minerals. California can pivot from rationing to exporting water-intensive specialty crops, all while decarbonizing power and creating a new high-tech manufacturing and agriculture sector on the coast. The bottleneck is not physics, it's regulatory and execution. We should be letting gigascale solar batteries and small modular reactors iterate the way silicon did back in the 80s and 90s. Water shortage solved, Central Valley supercharged, new export economy unlocked. That's the playbook. And Casey says that no part of California is more than 350 miles from the ocean. There's a limitless supply of water through the desalination technology. And every time an official wastes their life advising water conservation, or you drive past 100 miles of broke, fallow farms near the I-5 or a city burns to the ground, remember, water scarcity is a choice, and Elon agrees. And there's catastrophic flooding going on today in Kerr County, Texas. So SpaceX will be installing Starlink minis in all first responder vehicles today amidst that flooding. Nick thanks Elon and says that first responders have been struggling to contact headquarters and other Texas flood rescue teams. Even the expensive radios they've been given do not work, so this is incredible news. And just 36 seconds ago, Evan asked Elon if the America Party will be starting in the midterms or 2028, and Elon says next year. And so that's everything that he said today, and so we're back to here. I wanted to pretend like it didn't exist for as long as I could, but it is happening. Every Tesla shareholder is very quickly becoming an expert on politics, and it's been fun, watching things progress to this point, and it's dawning on me that we are only just getting started. Now, I think one thing that I find quite interesting is over the last decade, we have watched Elon disrupt some extremely archaic industries. And it's possible that politics are also ripe for disruption. And I don't think any of you will disagree with me that Elon has the ability to disrupt it. But I think what we can all agree on is that it poses a ton of risk to Tesla shareholders. But I think the best case scenario as we watch this unfold is that Elon does somehow manage to get a couple of seats and they caucus independently as he said they were going to do yesterday. And what this could cause to happen is the Democrats and the Republicans all of a sudden are both fighting to actually please Elon rather than destroy him, because just those couple of seats could end up being the turning point on any given law. But I guess the counter argument to that is that he gets those seats from Republicans, so then Democrats just get a larger majority. But Elon said he's going to be very concentrated in the seats that he goes after, so I'm sure he's going to have a plan for that. So that's the way I'm thinking about this today. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.